So I'm Jodie Fox, and I'm one of 3 co-founders of Shoes of Prey. And if you want to catch up after the session, you can catch me on my hashtag at this Twitter handle, Jodie Fox, or you can catch me at Shoes of Prey. So basically, Shoes of Prey is a website where you can design your own shoes. So very interestingly for this session, I'm not really a maker. What we do is we work with very skilled makers to help you to become the maker of your own shoes. We were the first company globally to go live with the idea or the concept of design your own women's shoes online. We went live in October 2009, and we've grown 800% in that time. 60% of our market is offshore, and in those short 18 months, 15 million minutes have been spent designing shoes on Shoes of Prey. That's the equivalent of 29 years being spent full-time sitting in front of our designer. Tens of millions of pairs of shoes have been designed with us. So to give you a little bit of background about where we came from with this idea, this is the 3 of us that founded the company together, and interestingly, 2 men, 2 Michaels, and myself. So Michael, who's standing up, is Michael Fox, and he's our Director of Operations. He has a background from Google and Supercheap Auto, so he brings a really fantastic operations background, but he also brings a really great knowledge of online marketing. Mike Knapp, who's sitting down, came from Google, and he was a software engineer there, where he worked on projects like Google Reader. And so we do all of our software development in-house, so that's part of the way that we innovate as well. I came from being a banking and finance lawyer, and all 3 of us actually met in law school. I moved on to advertising with the Campaign Palace, and this is actually where this photo is taken at the Palace, where we sublet for office space for a little while. But we did have more humble beginnings, and recently we had to return to them. So we had a lapse between our leases, and we moved back into my 1-bedroom apartment lounge room. And if you're my landlord, I apologise, but it's over now. And we've recently moved into a new space on Crown Street where we have more space than we know what to do with. And this was us on the day that we got office chairs, and we were just enjoying spinning around in them for a little bit. But anyway, moving right along, this is a small sample of the 4 trillion designs that you can possibly design with us at Shoes of Prey. And I guess I should talk to you a little bit about what's the point of designing your own shoes. And I think in the introduction, we really touched on that a little bit. You know, at Shoes of Prey, it's not just about the shoes. We're empowering women to confidently and fully express their own style. And what could be more exciting than responding to a compliment saying, hey, you've got great shoes on, and thanks so much, I designed them. There's a wonderful emotional connection there. And these are just some of our customers, and ladies, who is more particular about what they're going to wear than on their wedding day? So we give you that option. And or you might have a beautiful outfit that you're putting together and you really want to express that style through the entire outfit. So in April this year, there was a survey done in the US, and 35% of US online customers were interested in being able to customize their product features. Why is that? There's a sense of accomplishment. There's more value in it. It's an expression of your style. It's about the emotional connection. And I think that's why people like the idea of Shoes of Prey. The idea that you can customize is our purple cow. Really, a purple cow. So I'm not sure if you've heard of this theory before, but I'll tell you really quickly. It comes from Seth Godin, and it's that whole idea of if you were driving somewhere in the car with your mate and you drove past a paddock full of cows and you saw a brown, a black and a white cow in a field, you'd probably just keep driving. But if you drove past that same field and you saw a purple cow, all of a sudden you'd be slowing the car down and you'd grab John and you'd shake him and wake him up and say, John, wake up, man, there's a purple cow in the field. You'd pull out your smartphone, you'd take a photo, you'd tweet it immediately, you'd go to Facebook, it's something special, it's something novel, and I think that with the way that we share these days and that sort of social value is connected to things, I think that this is a really important kind of concept that we connect with. So another part of this as well is, and as I've kind of touched on there, life online really shapes our consumer experiences. And there's a big power shift happening between consumers and retailers, which I think we're all already aware of and definitely participating in. So it started out with our social communications and life online, where it was no longer about retailers putting a message in front of us and pushing it in front of our eyeballs, and we were going to take that in. All of a sudden, the power went over to consumers to be able to say, know I'm going to choose what content I look at. And so then our brands and retailers had to all of a sudden make their content personally relevant to you so that you would be drawn to that content. And I think it was only a matter of time before we as consumers demanded that that would overflow into other parts of our lives. Now, I would imagine as well, if you look around your apartment at the moment, that you've probably got most things that you need. And I would also wager that a lot of things in your apartment at the moment are mass-produced. So when you look around and you have everything that you need, and what you have, you probably know friends who have the same sort of things as you, what's the next thing that you're going to want to buy? You're going to want to buy something that you can personally connect with and really has some value for you. So I think that's why this idea of personalisation and mass customization is so important. So a little bit about how we make you the maker. This is our configurator online, and we've, as I said, we developed all this technology in-house. And basically you go through and you change all the different toe types, the back of the shoe, the decorations, the heel shape and the heel height, and then you choose from a whole bunch of different materials and put your design together. So to take you through, these are some of the materials that we use. And we've got snakeskin, fish skin, patent leather, sequins. We're introducing a whole new range of man-made materials as well. You can then choose your heel shape and heel height. So these are our different wedge heel heights. And just to show you, illustrate a few different backs of the shoes as well. You choose your own toe shape, so a round toe shape, a peep toe, buckles, bows, rosettes. They're honestly 4 trillion possible designs. Okay, and then when you finish putting your order together, you submit the design to us, and then we take it to our technicians who hand make the design for you. And when I say handmade, I really do mean handmade for the entire process. So right from drawing the pattern, you give us your idea for your design, and the last, which is this blue foot-shaped piece of material here, is covered with masking tape, and your pattern is hand-drawn onto that from scratch. It's just an extraordinary process to watch. And I won't take you through the entire process because I could be here all day, but I've got a video on our YouTube channel if you'd like to see footage of the entire process of a pair of shoes being made. It's just youtube.com/shoesofprey. The upper is put together, so every single piece is cut out, glued, stitched, skived, all by hand as well to put together the upper. And I just really liked this picture of having the Shoes of Prey logo put into the insole. So it takes about 4 to 6 weeks before your shoes are finished being made, and then we ship them to your waiting feet. And that is how Shoes of Prey makes you the maker.